Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Bastian.
And this is Wine About That.
Today we're going to talk about the movie
Banshees of Inisherin.
All right, let's go. We're going to start with the no spoiler, which is always a fast section for us. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Oh,
or mid.
So.
Yeah. Strong, like double.
All right.
Thumbs up.
And for me, it's going to be a huge thumbs up too. Perfect. Now we can go to the spoiler review. Let's go.
Let's go.
You start.
I loved it. I cannot say it enough. I love this movie so much. I think that aesthetically it was beautiful. The cinematography. I love everyone who acted in it. I think they all did a really beautiful job. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh, it was fairly depressing. Which, yeah, it has like a sad, vibe to it. But overall, I think that it's just a story. Like, it's a simple story about two friends who are just so caught up in their own worlds and so obsessed with their own, like, pain and suffering that they just, like, ruin each other's lives.
This is not a feel-good movie.
No.
That for sure.
It's a dark comedy, as everyone knows. But it's, like, also kind of, like...
I don't see the comedy.
I see the comedy. I mean, it's like so ridiculous. Like the guy cuts off his fingers to just prove a point to himself.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like it's also it shows how do you say, like, this the way the mind can think in really irrational ways during a breakup, because this is the story of a breakup.
Yeah,
like the story wants to make you believe that that's a breakup between a friendship, but that can be seen in any kind of breakup, and all this irrational kind of like decision that someone can make to not hear from someone anymore.
And I think the thing to note about the movie is, like, it takes place on a small island off of Ireland.
Fake
island, yes.
But
beautiful. It's on the coast of Ireland, or is it its own little
It's
island?
in Ireland.
Yeah.
It's in Ireland, and it's if I'm right, the movie is during the 1920s.
Yeah, during the Irish Civil War.
Yeah, they had many, but I think one of the main ones. And
so you have that going on the mainland.
Please correct me if I'm wrong.
You have that going on the mainland, and then you have like that island that the movie took place on, and it's just like they have their own war socially going on, because you have Padraig, which is the Colin Farrell's character. And then you have Colin, and they're best friends. And then one day, Padraig wakes up, and Colin wants nothing to do with him. And that feeling as a person, that's like you can naturally relate to Colin Farrell's character, because you're like, oh my god, that would hurt so much. So he becomes obsessed with understanding why Colin won't talk to him anymore. And Colin is like this old fart who's kind of like lost in his like nostalgic wish or like his like sadness that he'll never be this profound musician. And there's so many layers. I don't know where to go with this. So you have like these two characters who are so different, and almost like Padraig makes more sense as a human, and then Colin is like this kind of like ego-driven guy who just becomes like obsessed with this idea that he has to focus on his music. But then he becomes so obsessed with it, and from my interpretation, he like realizes inside that he'll never be great. And out of anger and frustration, he projects that onto Padraig's character, and he starts to cut his fingers off because Padraig won't leave him alone, But it's more of like, because he knows he'll never be this amazing musician. So it's kind of like his way to physically not let himself play.
Yeah, I didn't see that only like that. For me, it was mostly like, it's a breakup because from one day to another, in their solitude, because they're really like stuck in this island, and their day is basically wake up, take care of the farm, then
2 p.m.
go to
2 p.m.
go to the bar, and then go for a walk, and go back to the bar for the evening after dinner,
play music,
get drunk, play music, go to bed,
talk to women,
and go on and on and on and on
day.
and on. And so he really, from one day to another, he decides that his friend is dull, and that he doesn't want to speak with him because it's a waste of time. And I think it's extremely fun and ridiculous. And I think that's where the movie is genius. It's because the reason is ridiculous. But from this ridiculous context, the movie goes in a direction that is unexpected.
Yeah.
Because he said, I don't want to talk to you anymore, which, by the way, we learn both like an expression. Are you rowing? Rowing.
Which is the Irish term, which in the movie it's like term for, are you fighting?
Arguing, yeah.
Yeah, but it's so funny. Are you rowing? Like everyone's asking him that, and he's like, no, we're not. And that's how the movie starts. It's like the first 2 minutes of the movie.
As a side note, I watch it with English subtitles, and for someone who doesn't know much Irish expressions, I would really recommend it. I'm not from the US, of course.
You're not?
I know. It's such a huge surprise.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're not from the US?
I know. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were from, like, Boston.
Yeah. No, I'm from Kentucky.
Anyway.
Whatever.
My little French.
So, yeah. So,
yes.
Yeah, I would vividly recommend some people to put subtitles because, like...
for me, even. I needed them.
I mean, I got all the substance from the subtitles because there's so many expressions, and I was like... Wow, that's insane. Without subtitles at the movie theater, I would have been completely lost. And I think I would have lost the spark of this movie. Because, this movie is insanely good, like I said, because it starts from such a... It's almost a nonsense excuse to make a movie.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, it's just beautiful. The picture, the cinematography is astonishing.
The knitwear. Can we give a moment? Can we let the clothes? Can we let the costume design? The knitwear. Okay, the sweaters. They're so beautiful. And something I noticed actually to note on that is that all of the characters were always wearing dark colors. Like they were like dark blues, dark greens, like brown, black.
Yeah.
And Podrick's sister, who's the only one who ended up leaving the island, she was always in yellow and red. Which for me, like, kind of symbolized hope.
Yeah, there's like definitely a signification behind it.
Yeah, she was like a really smart, just like witty woman, and she kind of like put Colin in his place because he was like stating like when Mozart was in his prime, and she was like, actually, it was this time, and it was cool. But she left the island, and that's kind of when things got worse for her brother Podrick, Colin Farrell's character.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just totally interrupted. But
No. Actually, I think there's so much to say about this movie. It goes in so many directions, and at the same time, it goes in only one direction.
Yes, it seems like nothing, but there's so much in it.
It comes from this kind of like from this breakup.
Yeah.
One refused the fact that his friend doesn't want to be friends.
Denial.
And he's in complete denial because at the same time he's in denial because he knows that the situation is completely dumb. I think everything is irrational. Like, he stopped being friend with him because he thinks he's dull, and so now he wants to focus on his music because he thinks that the only legacy that the world will keep. And he compared almost himself to Mozart. He said, Mozart, everyone remember his music, and so I want to do the same. I want to do something that people will remember. And I'm like seriously, like no one seems to even know about this island.
Yeah.
The war is like across. You can hear the war from your island, and you think of just marking this world with your music, which he plays violin, which he plays well, but like you're like, what make you think? Like you never step out of this island, so how is this music going to even go out of this island?
Yeah, no, exactly.
So I just think it's the beauty is the total nonsense, the poesy. It's poetry. Sorry, I say poesy. It's a French word, but it's the poetry of this movie is like, for me, it's this nonsense of what we can do from a breakup. That's it. Like,
and also like Podrick's like innocent, like blissful ignorance almost. Like he's just like this very like innocent character that just kind of like he just like expects no bad, you know what I mean? Like he's so kind of like...
But I think they're at the same level, and that's what's funny is that we think that because one plays violin is better than the other, and I think that's what the movie...
artistic, that artistic bone, and he's...
But at the same time, he does nothing else. He does nothing else.
Exactly, and he still goes to the bar.
When the other one is like taking care of the cows, he's like selling his milk and stuff. So we don't even know what the other does except giving like violin class.
Yeah, to college students.
To college students, so...
But, yeah, I just think, like... Yeah, I understand what you mean. I do think, though, like, in my own little mind, I like to pretend and assume that he cuts his finger off because he's just, like, forcing himself on... Like, he has that, like, deep knowing that, like, he's never going to be great. And he just is always going to be sad with that. So he just, like, cuts his fingers off so he doesn't even have the chance to play violin anymore because then he can't even compare himself to the life that could be, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, that's my like way out. That's like my
I think there's so many layers to see that.
That's what I wish for, I guess, but because you have, and Podrick is just so cute. His donkey dies, which is like the sad part. That's
exactly my point. Like
Jenny dies.
No, but my point there was like, that was sad. This is the layers where you can see this movie, because on my end I also see that of like there's the war literally next door, and that's also how from a dumb situation like something can escalate so bad, because he starts saying, I don't want to be your friend. Then after he said, if you continue to talk to me, I'm gonna cut my fingers off one by one. Mm-hmm. So he starts with one, and then the second time he literally almost cut his entire hand, and he throws them on the door, which end up killing the donkey, because
which is like the only thing that Podrick, Colin Farrell's character, has at that point, because it's after his sister ended up leaving the island.
So he's losing everything.
But Jenny was like friend. His love, his support. Jenny was his support.
No, but like he's losing his friend, then he loses his sister,
then he loses
his donkey, and like this is the end of the world for him. He's so upset that he end up like saying, "I'm gonna burn your house tomorrow. Either you're inside or outside. I'm gonna burn your house," and he does.
Yeah, he does.
And at the end, there's this like picture, which I think is the picture of the movie. It's like these two guys on the beach that are almost like back to zero.
Exactly.
Like they are almost like,
they have nothing.
Okay, now we have nothing left. Mm-hmm. All of that just made us lose everything. Yep. Maybe we should be friends again. Because they don't say it, but that's the way it feels to me.
Colin, like that character, Colin, he makes a comment about the war or something. And then Podrick's character, or Colin Farrell's character, kind of responds in like a friendly tone, and you get this idea that, okay, now they're friends again. These crazy boys, these crazy men.
I think that's the whole thing I will keep with this movie. I want to watch it again and again. Same. Not every weekend, because, like I said, this is not a feel-good movie. It's a downer, yeah. But no, I really think it's still a beautiful movie. You have to be in the mood to watch that kind of movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's definitely a movie I will watch again and again. Yeah. And I think now we can just give it a note.
Yeah, definitely.
A rating? I don't know how you say.
Rating.
You say note? No?
I think rating's good.
Okay, rating. Yeah. All right, so...
it's a scale, so you're like rating it on a scale.
I'm going to give a rating. Okay. So, go for it.
10.
10?
10.
So that's the movie of the year for you already?
No. I mean,
10 is perfection. 10 is like, this is almost the movie of your life.
I don't know. I don't think that way. I think for me, like, I can have multiple 10s. I think, like, there's a 10 that, like, hits me in, like, all the right ways. It's like when you're craving food and it, like, it tastes so good. It, like, hits all your, like, perfect taste buds. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what this movie did. Like, visually it did, like, mentally it did, and also just, like, the way I felt after it did. Because I wasn't depressed. It was a sad movie-ish, kind of. But I was also just kind of, like, admiring, like, the whole movie in itself and the story. And, like, every little detail in the movie. And I dreamed to go to Ireland, too. So seeing that environment of Ireland was really special to see. And also, like, the accents. I love an Irish accent. I think they're so beautiful and just, like, unique. I think that entire, all of that together, yeah, it's a 10 for me, for sure.
All right. Wow.
That move, I mean, like, what do I know? I'm just, like...
No, I mean, but... All ratings are respectable. I just think it's like...
Thank you.
I just think 10 is so like, wow, it's like 10 is the... For me, this is like, if I give a 10 on this channel... You gave the menu the 10. No, I gave 9.5.
Okay, so here I go. I give this movie a 9.999999991. Okay.
That's almost perfection then.
So yeah, it almost is for me.
Good for you.
And yours is like 7 or 8?
No, I will give you an... I was like going for like an 8. I think a solid 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I said, I think there's better movie to come. It's not a movie for everyone. This is an excellent movie. Be really like I know when I gave like other movies like higher notes than that, it's like even better. But this for me, an 8 is an excellent note. Even like a 7, excellent movie to me. It just like 8 fit well in the box. Yeah. Like I say, 8 is a movie that I can watch once a year easily, without any doubt, like without any like, oh no, maybe not. Like, no, yeah. I really want to rewatch this movie to see and to understand all the layers that are there. Like we even didn't cover, like I think half of it today.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I think, like, for me, why I gave it such a high rating is because I love Colin Farrell and all of movies he's in, like Killing of a Sacred Deer, The Lobster, like, I love these movies. And it has a slightly similar feeling because it's kind of like that weird, like, you just don't know whether to be, like, laughing or, like, contemplative. You know what I mean? It's just, like... And Barry Keoghan.
Yeah, I cannot pronounce the name, but...
I can, I just forgot, but it...
I respect.
Sorry, that sounded rude.
Me?
No, the way what I just said.
Sorry.
But I love him too, and him and Colin Farrell are in a lot of movies together. So they were together in this movie, and I'm like, yeah, like that's cool. That's cool. So that's why I like it a lot.
All right, so a 10 or 9.9999991. And for me, it's a solid A. So thank you for watching. Like we say all the time, if you like, please subscribe, put a thumbs up, comment down below what you would like for us to review. If you have any advice, we are always eager to read positive comments and constructive comment. Yeah. So, thank you for the support.
Thank you.
And see you around.
Yeah.
All right.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you're just like, sorry, step back. It's complicated, We do that for fun, but seriously.
He goes like this.
I'm just afraid that her head is going to be here and she's going to talk like that the entire video.
It's just going to be my crooked teeth.
So I really love this movie.
Jesus.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
So I was saying, like, there is so much to talk about, like, this movie. It goes in so many directions. No, seriously, it's not... Can you stop?
Why can't
she
I
gets
have that?
uncomfortable. No,
what? No, I like to have it.
No,
Please.
okay.
It's so nice when it's like that.
Okay, you know what? Stop. She needs a pillow.
I can't freaking, like, it's just nothing here,
I'm sorry. Excuse me, we did a setup in our penthouse. We're gonna come back to it. So.
No, hold on. Sorry. Okay.
No, she's not ready.
I'm here. All right. I'm back.